Hey everybody, and welcome to Canada 2015, which is a special series on Musetta Stone, looking at the different federal parties' platforms and how it may apply to us as musicians. I am not going to spend too much time on dollar figures or how much money for this and that. I'm just going to be stating the things that these politicians and their leaders have been promising in the campaign trail so far. And like I said, it'll be taken with a spin towards musicians. Hopefully the things will apply to you, to your business, to your family, or whatnot. So I've also taken the liberty to break up some of the things that I found from each party's platform, and I've split them up into 4 different sections. The first one will be business, the second one will be family, the third one will be retirement, and the last one will be respect for music and the arts. I've also decided that the easiest way to figure out who should go first is to just be as nonpartisan as possible and just go by alphabetical order. And with that, we will start off with the Conservative Party of Canada. So let's get into it. So the Conservative Party of Canada. We've had them around as leaders for 10 years already, but we may not know what they promise and what they're working on in terms of things that might influence us and affect us as musicians. So let's get into it right now. Let's start talking about some of the business aspects and some of the promises that they're putting forward. Number 1, they're planning to reduce small business tax from 11% to 9%. Now that's a huge thing. That means a lot more savings for you as a business owner or as a music teacher. It means more money in your pocket. The other thing that they want to do is to make it even easier for you to claim things or deduct things off of taxes, as long as you can prove that it is something that you use for your office or your workspace. My experience in the past have been that it's been really easy to do it in Canada, and to make it even easier is pretty great. They also promise to invest in broadband internet, and not just broadband internet or faster internet for large cities and metropolitans. They are also promising to bring this fast internet to rural and suburban areas. So hopefully with that promise, everyone will have faster internet and much more reliable internet. Lastly, they want to start a new public transit fund in which they put money in, and based on a province-to-province and city-to-city basis, they will invest money into infrastructure and into public transit. So hopefully that results in better times for buses, more buses on the road, maybe even rail for some people in places that have rail, or subway, better efficient subway trains and efficient times. So those are the things that I found out about business. Let's move on to family matters. And in family matters, there's a bunch of very interesting things when it comes to the platform the Conservative Party is running. We have a bunch of different changes in taxes, and taxes that might affect you as a family and maybe even a business owner or a family with kids. Firstly, what they want to do is introduce a tax lock law, which forbids the government or its entities to raise taxes on income, on business, on corporate taxes. They also want to freeze taxes on payroll items such as CPP, which is your Canada Pension Plan, or EI, which is Employment Insurance. Secondly, they want to raise the amount of government contributions toward low and middle class or middle income families when they want to invest in their children's future. Pretty much what this means is that the more money you put into your child's RESP, the more money they will match. Thirdly, they want to introduce a new family tax cut, which will allow families with children 18 years and under to split up to $50,000 of their income. Now, if you guys don't know much about income splitting, pretty much what it means is it allows each individual person in the relationship, husband and wife or whatnot, to be able to split their income so then they can lower taxes on some of the income that they make. It makes it so that you save a little bit of money along income tax, and it might be a good thing in the long run. Fourthly, they want to increase the amount of money that you get through their Universal Childcare Benefit program. Now, currently right now, they've just started rolling it out, and it comes up to about $60 a month per child. They want to increase that from $60 a month to $160 a month. And lastly, for those of you who are investing in TFSAs, they want to increase the amount that you can contribute to your TFSA from $5,000 to $10,000 annually. Alright, that's taxes. Let's look at some of the initiatives that they're doing towards buying a house or paying rent for a living space. For those of you who are first-time home buyers, the Conservative Party of Canada wants you to know that you can now take up to $35,000 from your RRSP towards a first-time home purchase. They also want you to know that they are amending and changing some of their credits towards renovations for existing houses. They want you now to know that they will recognize up to $5,000 of renovations per year, and you can use that towards a tax credit. Alright then, so those were all the things that I found out that pertains to you as a family. Let's move on to some of the retirement issues and let's see what they have in store for us. So, once you're retired, the Conservative Party of Canada wants you to know that if you are a single senior, they will help your life a little bit. They're going to give you up to $2,000 a year to offset some of the costs when it comes to pension and old age security, and this money will go towards you and your livelihood. Secondly, they want to change the eligibility for old age security. They're going to change that from 67 years old back down to 65 years old. It just means that you now have quicker access at an earlier time in your life towards old age security. So in terms of respect for musicians, the Conservative Party of Canada wants you to know that they want to invest X numbers of dollars into cultural centres and cultural programs. Now, unfortunately, there wasn't any more information as to how that money will be allocated towards the arts and to music, whether this was towards cultural centres or recreation centres or community halls. We're not exactly sure how the money will be distributed, but at least there is money there, and at least they are planning to put money into these centres. And that's everything that I found that should or would pertain to musicians in this upcoming election. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope that you guys like it and share it with your peers and your friends and your colleagues. Start having conversations about this because it's a really important time of our lives. Until next time, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you soon.